All right, we're in IKEA. Let's go see what we can find in the warehouse. And oh yeah, we've got a couple of these, so we're gonna grab a couple of these. We're gonna do a redo on the shelves. Okay, let's see. Oh no, the extra shelves are gone. I'll have to come back another time for these. So we got 3 bookcases, a couple of plugs. We'll get these loaded up, take them back to the house. Check y'all later.
Okay, so back at the house and getting started with the first unboxing of the Billy bookcase. I'm really excited about this because I've been wanting to go ahead and upgrade from my Oscar Media shelves for a while. I made the switch to an IKEA Billy bookcase for my Neo Geo collection, and it has been super amazing. I did have them originally on my Oscar Media shelves, and they hung off by at least 2.5 inches. So if I moved one off the shelf to play, the whole half shelf of that would potentially fall off or lean over really heavily. So I wanted something that was structurally sound so those games wouldn't fall over. And after I made that switch, I was like, okay, yeah, I definitely want to go ahead and grab a few more of these later on down the road. And I just so happened to have an opportunity to. Putting them together wasn't too bad. I actually ran into a scenario where I was like, okay, it's been a while since I put these together. It took me a little bit of time on the first one just to get myself reacclimated to putting these together. But after that first one, it was smooth sailing after that. It was really just trying to figure out how I wanted to situate them in the room and how I wanted to position what games I wanted on what shelves did I want to maneuver things around. So after I made some brief measurements, I realized that I could actually fit a total of 4 Billy bookcases on this wall. And so after I put the first one together, put it up against the wall, which you're about to see here momentarily, that's when I decided I'm going to go ahead and put 4 up instead of just having 3. So let's take a look here. We're going to put the back on and get that put on there. And hammer those nails in. This is definitely a workout if you're doing this on your own. And always, these shelves in the box are heavy. So if you've got bad back problems or anything like that, definitely have a buddy help you lift these, especially up a flight of stairs. Mrs. Neoness had to help me. She wasn't too happy about doing it, but I appreciate her for helping me. So first one's done. Definitely use some wood cleaner or polish to keep them dusted because these things collect dust like nobody's business. And now we're going to dismantle the first Oscar Media shelf. This one was my worst one. It was pretty torn up. And just as a test fit for some of the games, put them on there, and I moved the Neo Geo box over, but the first one's pretty much done. So let's take off some of these games. This was tedious. This took forever. And we're going to move over the second shelf.
Well, came back for the 4th shelf this weekend. So watching this piece, this is day 3 of getting the game room back together. And we got here early before the start of anything, so we're just gonna go ahead and, before I run into something, check in back at the game room.
And we're back. 4th one's going up. Get this paperwork out of here. This was easy to me by this point. I put so many together, didn't need the instruction manual, just pieced it together. It took me about 20 minutes to knock this one out versus the first one that took me about 45 minutes. So if you're doing multiples of these for your game rooms or just as a bookcase, I mean, once you've done one or two of these, it's really easy to do. Actually kind of fun once you get the hang of it. I really liked this project, updating the game room a little bit. All right, so we're lifting this up, and like I said before, I had to shift all three over, and that was a pain, which is why it's dark now. I had to shift the other three over so I could fit this one, and it was aligned to the wall. But this is kind of how I have it segmented out, and I was really surprised all my boxed consoles still fit on the top, because these were actually surprisingly a little bit more, they were taller than Oscar Media shelves. So that was really surprising, but I was really happy that they all fit really neatly on top. I think it looks good. Let's take you in closer so we can get a closer view here. So of course, the Neo Geo box is back on top, replacing the little marquee and all my Neo Geo games, which you've all seen before, and that Neo Geo Pocket, which you probably haven't seen. I'll have to do a video about that soon. PlayStation 1 games, a couple of Dreamcast games, PlayStation 2, and then the NES games, a couple of loose carts, a book that I'm planning on reading, and the Super Nintendo, 64, Sega Genesis, Master System, a couple of Cube games, and Switch games. And over here on this shelf, we've got all the OG Xbox games. Moving down into a couple of Xbox One games, and my platinum hits that I'm currently going for a full collection of those, and some 360 games that I have at the bottom. I'll make some adjustments here pretty soon. I know a lot of you don't like graded games, but I decided to make a couple of shelves for showcase, and then my PlayStation 4 and 5 collection, which is going to get updated, and then all the old Oscar Media shelves over there in the corner. Let's do an update next day. All right, we're back, and as you can see, I added a floating wall shelf here from IKEA as well, and that Gjallarhorn probably going to go away, but the Time Crisis bundles are there, and as we go around the room here, oh yeah, it looks great. It looks awesome. I love the way this looks. The shelves have more space. I can put more stuff here, and as you walk in and out, let's do it from a view as you walk in real quick. Now, these Oscar Media shelves are staying because I'm going to put more games as I collect over time. And as you walk in, you see the CRT finally back on the shelf. Looks great.
Tune in for more next time. Peace.